I think we have hungry players. For the first time in a long time, there's some sort of decorum. There's order in the system. We don't have too much of a rancor. All matters of money is being settled so soon. So hopefully, with all that in place, I think we'll go very far. And very far means anything from quarterfinals. I'm of the opinion that anybody that has got Nigerian blood in him should come and try out his luck. You see, we didn't do that quite enough for Dele Alli. The first time I saw that guy play for MK Dons, I knew he was a little bit special. We could have done with a player of that quality. However, that is not to say that every player that has a Nigerian name is good enough.
Okay, that's will be the best, and the best definitely will be the one that will play for Nigeria. Ashina Okeleji, BBC Sports writer, also, we caught up with him yesterday. We also talked about the fact that, okay, Sprague is not ready to win the World Cup, and not only that, Vincent Yama issues should just be put to rest.
Nothing is impossible in football, but not like the World Cup. The World Cup is something that you plan for. You put a lot of things in place. Germany planned 8 years into 15 years, getting themselves ready to win the World Cup in 2014. For Nigeria, I think it's just people trying to punch above their weight. It's like you are in a featherweight and you're trying to punch in the super heavyweight. Nigeria is capable of getting to as far as the quarterfinals. They have the ability and capability. But winning the World Cup, that's the total thing altogether. I don't think we are ready to win the World Cup. I don't think we're prepared to win the World Cup for the next 2 decades. As a fan, I want Vincent Yama to come back. As a fan. But as a journalist or as an objective Nigerian, I think it's not a matter that we have to push. The coach has to decide. Yama, as an experienced goalkeeper, will go a long way in helping the Super Eagles at the World Cup. He's been there, he's played in 3 World Cups. You understand what it takes. But in this particular situation now, Nigeria has a goalkeeping issue. They have a goalkeeping problem. So if Yama is going to help them, I would gladly welcome him to come back. But if the coach doesn't want him, or if the coach feels like Yama is an extra baggage, they should do away with him. I think it's not also good for Nigeria going into a World Cup and you start discussing about your weaknesses to your opponents. You know, like the likes of Ezinwa, the likes of Uzo, who is in Spain, and the other young goalkeepers coming up. It's an indictment on them. It's all showing them that they are not good enough for them to go to the World Cup.
Yeah, I think I love the last sentence there. You know, when it's like we're actually, you know, letting the world know that we have a problem, and everyone might just capitalize on that.
Yeah,
knowing that, okay, issues goalkeeper, fine. Okay, this goalkeeper is not experienced and all that. We need to put pressure on him and, you know, make him make mistakes and all that.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't press the self-destruct button. I also like the part they said about us not indicting, you know, those keepers saying they're not good enough. Vincent is one man. Even if he gets to go, 2 others will be there. And if he goes, what happens if he gets 2 yellow cards or he's injured? One of those goalkeepers will have to. So we have to make them believe that they're good enough. If Vincent wants to come, fine. If he doesn't, I mean, we just have to use what we have. So, and we'll move on from there. And I think we'll let the issues rest. It won't rest, actually, but we'll leave it for now because we'll keep talking about the Super Eagles. All right, let's come and go to the domestic scene. A lot of teams, you know, preparing for the new season, a lot of pre-tournaments, pre-season tournaments going on across the countries, and the top teams are involved. Let's start from bottom. Let's look at the Nationwide League, that's the Super 8. Some results from Group A. Delta Stars played a 1-1 draw with Julius Atete. Gudiano from Kano defeated NAV Rockets 1-0. So that's action on day 3. You also have Dynamite. 3-1 victory over their opponents. Spartans played a goalless draw with Casina Feeders in that one. So these are the fixtures. You have NAF Rockets taking on Julius Atete, Delta Stars taking on Gudiano. So the other ones you have also there action in Group B. You have Dynamite taking on Spartans. You also have Casina United, the junior side, also in action. Well, there's a lot of football across the country. Let's quickly, if we can, go to Kano as well. Top teams involved in that one. The preseason currently going on in Kano that has the top teams in action. Some of them will be representing Nigeria in club competitions on the continent. Aqua United taking on El Kanemi. Kano Pillars taking on Casina United. You need to watch some of these matches to have a feel of what is going on. And in the southeast and south, another preseason going on. The teams in that region currently playing together. Not all of them are in the top flight anyway. You have Rivers United taking on Senegal. You have Abia Warriors taking on FC Ifeanyi Uba. All of these teams, preparing for the new season. We'll see how everything pans out as that period of the calendar where players are being signed, teams trying to improve themselves. So we'll see what happens. A quick one, Cecilia, of all that you've seen, of all that you've been hearing, the teams that will go on the continent, are you impressed with their recruitment or their pre-season? Not much has been heard about
Plateau United, because all eyes definitely be on them, winning the title, and everyone would expect them to perform better at the continent. I think if we have a chance, we should be able to talk to the coach much later on the program. But then, Kennedy Boboye, I think he's not like, he's a noise maker, so to speak. He loves to do the business quietly. He may have signed some few players that they feel will enhance their performance on the continent the next season. And also the fact that if you check most of the preseason going on, I don't really see much of Plateau United. Maybe they have their own, they know what they want to do. So they have everything on the wrap.
There was a time we heard about massive recruitment.
Precisely, and how many names did we see later? I think maybe the coach will get to clarify that and all that, how many players they've been able to sign and add to it. But I know Plateau United is not one of those clubs that want to recruit as much as 21 players. They want to do that. Maybe 5, 6 will just be enough, for the next season. If not, then definitely they have to go all out and get as much as 10. But that won't be necessary, because there was actually a particular club who gained promotion to the NPFL and they signed 21 new players. And the question I asked was, what happened to the ones? You understand? What happened to the ones who helped them, to gain promotion into the top flight? When you bring in new players, it's like you're starting all over again, which is really not too cool in the top flight, whereby you have experienced players and all that. For Plateau United, they knew how they were able to win the league, getting results away from home. That is an advantage for them. If they can go to the continent and do that, definitely a better one for them. But for Kennedy Boboye, he knows what he had to do. No matter how bad it is, get the result. That's what they were able to do. I mean, 1-0, some controversial and all that. So I think they can go all the way in the continent.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
All right, we'll go for a break now. When we come back, we'll be talking with Kennedy Boboye, their plans for next season.